Hey everyone, Kyle Lewis here from the Worship Keyboard Tutorial YouTube channel, giving you tips and tricks to help you with your worship keyboard ministry. In this video, I'm going to show you some soulful fills that you can do on this song, God Turn It Around. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell so that you can be aware of future videos. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Alright, if you're ready, let's get started. So before we begin, there is a free PDF that you can get by clicking the link below. And that has all of the written out examples that I'm going to be playing in this song. Now there's 4 sections and I've got these labeled A, B, C, and D. They're going to be the verse and the tag. We're not going to do any of the fills for the chorus because that's going to be pretty much straight through. But I've got all of these also numbered so you can find these quickly. And we're going to start with section A. And this starts at measure 2. So the song starts, I'm praying God come. And this is where our first fill comes in. Now I'm just toggling back and forth between different chords. So I'm going to go first of all between this A flat chord and I'm going to go to a D flat chord and then back to A flat. And then I'm going to go to my B flat minor chord. Now this is an important note that when we're doing fills, we need to take into consideration not only the chord that we're on, but the chord that we're going to, because sometimes our fill is going to spill over into the next chord, which is the case with all of these examples. We're going to be in one chord, but then we're going to spill over into another chord. So the first 2 chords that we're looking at is this A flat chord to the B flat minor 7. So we're going to do just a little toggle between that A flat chord, D flat, back to A flat, and the B flat minor. So it's going to sound like this. I'm praying God come. So it's just kind of a nice little gospel, soulful fill that you can do, just real simple. Again, just toggling back and forth between that A flat, D flat, back to A flat, and then my B flat minor 7 chord. Now number 2 is similar, but instead of going to that D flat chord with an A flat in the middle here, we're going to go to that B flat minor chord, which has the B flat note instead. So instead of being F, A flat, D flat, it's F, B flat, D flat. Same movement. Number 3 kind of starts up high and then descends down. If you listen to that top melody note, it goes. But again, I'm going to toggle between those chords, A flat, D flat, A flat, to my B flat minor chord. Okay, so it's, I'm praying God come and turn this thing around. Okay. Number 4 is similar, but again, instead of that D flat chord, we're going to use the B flat minor chord, okay? And number 5, we're going to use just a straight B flat minor chord because we have a B flat in that little melody line. So we're using that B flat minor as a passing chord. Section B is measures 4 and 5, and it's going from the F minor chord to the D flat major 7 chord. So we have to take those 2 chords into consideration. Now the one thing that I'm doing for that F minor chord is I'm toggling back and forth between that and the E flat chord. So I'm using my E flat chord as kind of this passing or neighbor chord. I'm just going back and forth between that F minor to the E flat, back up to that F minor. So the context of there would be, I'm praying God come and turn this thing around. Here it is. That's number 6. Number 7, I'm starting with the chord, but I'm just using a melody note to finish it off. And notice that each of those is part of the E flat chord. Turn this thing around. Going to that D flat major 7 chord. Number 8, I'm using a descending line. And again, I'm using those 2 notes of the E flat chord. So I have my F minor chord, and I have 2 notes of the E flat chord, G, E flat, to that D flat major 7. So in section C, we're going to be in measures 8 and 9, and this is where we're going from that A flat chord to the D flat major 7. And this is where we go from the God turn it around, God turn it around, God turn it around. Now we're on that A flat chord. So we have some similarities here with what we've played before. Number 9 is similar to what we played in number 5, but we're going to that D flat major 7 chord. Number 10 is similar to number 4. We start on this upper chord, but then again we go to that D flat major 7 chord. So numbers 11 and 12 are a little more syncopated, and if you don't get these, don't worry about it. Just stick to the ones that are a little more straightforward. I'm not going to worry right now about how to count the syncopation. If you can feel it and get it, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. But 11 is kind of this syncopated feel, so we're coming out of God turn it around, God turn it around, God turn it around. So we're breaking up that 6/8 feel with some more syncopated feel. So number 12 would be kind of similar, but so let me put that in context. God turn it around, God turn it around, God turn it around. And then we are starting the second half of that verse. Section D is in the middle of the tag, and we kind of have that similar God turn around, but a few different chords. God turn it around, God turn it around. Instead of doing God turn it around again, we have a little fill going to the F minor 7. So let's look at what we have here. We have this B minor 7 now going to the F minor 7. Okay? So if we play this in context, we have God turn it around, God turn it around. Now I did something similar there with the B flat minor chord. I toggled between it, which is basically kind of a D flat major chord up here with B flat in the bass, and I'm toggling back and forth between that and the A flat chord. When I come back to that A flat chord, if I play F in the bass, I have an F minor 7. So I'm going between, kind of in the upper structure here in the right hand, D flat to A flat. But in the left hand, I'm using B flat and F, which gives me a B flat minor 7 chord to my F minor 7. So that fill would be. Now number 14, I'm doing something similar as I did before. I'm playing a chord and then I'm doing some melodic parts. So again, I'm going from that kind of D flat upper structure here with B flat in the bass, going to my A flat upper structure here with F in the bass, giving me my F minor 7. So let's play that in context. We have God turn it around, God turn it around. So these fills are some that I just kind of came up with as I was experimenting with the song and playing through it, but hopefully you can both use these and use these ideas to create your own fills. Well, thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you and give you some ideas for some fills, and I would love to hear in the comments how both this and maybe other videos that you've been watching have been helpful. And before you sign off, make sure to check out some of these other videos. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.